We also have talked even on this channel about Angel's very dramatic response to that. Angel Reese started with, "I'm heartbroken. I'm literally lost for words, knowing what this woman meant to me in such a pivotal point in my life. She was the only person."
A WNBA legend's career is on the line after a shocking cheating scandal. But the real story behind Angel Reese's suspension will leave you speechless. Reese was once a rising star for the Chicago Sky, noted for her fiery play and promised to lead the club to victory. Her ability on the court was evident, and she rapidly became a fan favorite. But everything came crumbling down when it was revealed that she had been using performance-enhancing medications, causing her entire career to unravel. The incident had a significant impact on not only Reese, but the whole WNBA. A league that prides itself on ethics and sportsmanship was suddenly faced with one of its most prominent players being suspended. For Reese, the suspension was more than simply a failed test. It was the result of a disagreement with her former coach, Teresa Weatherspoon. Reese has openly expressed her heartbreak and shock, feeling betrayed by someone she once trusted deeply. Her public statements since the suspension have only added fuel to the fire, keeping the media and fans buzzing. Follow through as we unveil the details of this story. Angel Reese was recognized for her aggressive playstyle and leadership on the Chicago Sky. Her talent on the court had given her a promising career, and fans had high expectations for her. However, everything changed when she was suspended after testing positive for performance-enhancing substances. The expected news circulated swiftly, leaving many stunned. Reese tested positive for EPO and anabolic steroids, substances used to improve stamina and develop muscle that are strictly prohibited in professional sports. EPO, or erythropoietin, is commonly used in endurance sports to improve oxygen supply to the muscles, providing an unfair advantage. Anabolic steroids, on the other hand, can help you gain muscle bulk quickly. The combination of these drugs made the gravity of the situation clear. For Reese, the consequences were swift and terrible. Her once promising career in the WNBA came to an abrupt end, and her reputation suffered greatly. The results of the drug test dealt severe damage to Reese's public image. She had previously been seen as a leader for the Chicago Sky, but her credibility was now being challenged. The team suspended her, and her once solid relationship with the franchise appeared irreparably damaged. There was rising speculation that Reese used performance-enhancing drugs to stay up with her strong adversary, Caitlin Clark, who was dominating the league.
I think Angel Reese is jealous of Caitlin Clark. She thinks she's, the reason why this is all happening here.
The rivalry between Reese and Clark was well documented, with Clark's impressive rise putting additional pressure on Reese to deliver. Was Reese's choice to use forbidden substances motivated by a desire to compete at Clark's level, or if this had been going on for longer than anyone knew? Following her suspension, Reese publicly criticized her old coach, Teresa Weatherspoon. She said Weatherspoon had broken her confidence, implying that their strained relationship had exacerbated underlying problems within the Chicago Sky organization. Reese did not hold back, venting her displeasure, and left fans and pundits wondering how much of the incident might be attributed to Weatherspoon. While the official account from the Chicago Sky was that Weatherspoon had been suspended due to poor team performance, Reese's charges sparked speculation, implying something more. Weatherspoon's suspension coincided with Reese's downfall, fueling conjecture. Was there more going on behind the scenes than the team was revealing? Reese's comments revealed that her relationship with Weatherspoon had deteriorated long before the public was aware, and it wasn't just about basketball. The tension between Reese and Weatherspoon seemed to go beyond coaching strategies or game results. Reese implied that Weatherspoon might have had a hand in her downfall, fueling rumors that there was internal pressure on Reese to perform at all costs. Was Weatherspoon pushing Reese too hard, or could that have played a role in the decision to use banned substances? The fierce competition between Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark only made matters worse. Right now, Clark is regarded as one of the WNBA's brightest talents, routinely breaking records and winning endorsement deals, while Reese is struggling to keep up. The constant comparison between the two only heightened the pressure on Reese, especially as Clark continued to shine in the spotlight. Clark's dominance in the league was hard to ignore. Her ability to lead her team, secure victories, and capture fans' attention left many wondering if Reese felt overshadowed. As Clark's star continued to rise, Reese's struggles became more apparent. The rivalry, which had formerly been celebrated, appeared to take on a darker tone, with Reese possibly feeling the weight of expectations becoming heavier. Reese's rivalry with Clark may have influenced her decision to use performance-enhancing drugs. While nothing has been confirmed, the timing of the drug use allegations seem to align with the growing pressure to match Clark's performance on the court. Clark was thriving, and Reese, once considered her equal, was falling behind. This intense rivalry between the two athletes had created an environment where Reese likely felt she had to do whatever it took to stay competitive. As Clark's success grew, the pressure on Reese intensified, raising the stakes in their competition. The question now was whether this rivalry had pushed Reese to the breaking point, leading to decisions that would ultimately cost her career. The Chicago Sky suspended Angel Reese immediately following her positive test for performance-enhancing substances. Following its zero-tolerance policy, the team quickly distanced themselves from the controversy. Reese's suspension rattled the locker room, sparking rifts in the team. Teammates, once unified under Reese's leadership, were left in shock, and trust began to unravel. The team's performance, already struggling, was further hampered by the controversy. The consequences did not end with Reese's suspension. Teresa Weatherspoon, the head coach, was quickly sacked after suspicions circulated about her role in the controversy. Weatherspoon was suspected of encouraging Reese to take PEDs in order to improve the team's dismal performance, while the team publicly claimed poor performance as the cause for Weatherspoon's departure. The timing of her dismissal prompted concerns about how profoundly the scandal had affected the company. Angel Reese's scandal was more than just a personal one. It sent shockwaves throughout the WNBA. The league, which had worked hard to build its brand and attract viewership, found itself in a PR nightmare. Reese's cheating charges threatened to eclipse previous victories, putting a pall over the WNBA's efforts to establish legitimacy and attract new viewers. This kind of scandal was the last thing the league needed, as it fought for more visibility in the sports world. The incident became even more relevant when viewed in light of Caitlin Clark's professional trajectory. While Reese's name was dragged through the mud, Clark's light continued to shine. Clark's narrative provided a stark contrast to Reese's breakdown, as she had a $28 million endorsement agreement with Nike and sustained success on the court. Fans couldn't help but make comparisons between the two, with Clark being hailed as the WNBA's future, while Reese's career was on the verge of implosion. As the league dealt with the consequences from the Reese controversy, doubts arose about how it would handle future doping cases. The WNBA's reputation was on the line, and how it handled the event would set the tone for the future. Following Reese's punishment, there was a rising call for the league to take a harder stand on player integrity and conduct in order to prevent similar scandals from occurring in the future. While Angel Reese was at the center of the scandal, there was another side to her story that highlighted the intense pressure she had been under. As a high-profile player, constantly compared to the rising star, Caitlin Clark, Reese was in a difficult position. The expectations placed on her were immense, and it was becoming clear that the pressure to keep up with Clark, along with her own personal challenges, may have contributed to her decision to cheat. For Reese, the rivalry with Clark had taken a toll, pushing her to the breaking point. The mental pressure on professional athletes has been extremely documented, and Reese's case brings this issue to the forefront. The criticism that comes with playing in a high-stakes league like the WNBA is severe, and female players face even more pressure as they struggle for recognition and respect. Reese had long positioned herself as a strong competitor, but the emotional cost was becoming apparent. Despite her claims of being portrayed by her coach, many questioned whether the immense pressure justified her actions. As Reese's story unfolded, it became evident that this was more than just cheating. It was about difficulties that come with being a professional player, particularly in a league that is still battling for its position in the spotlight. The mental and emotional hardship Reese experienced, while not excusing her acts, provided a more sympathetic perspective on her downfall. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark's clean and unstoppable rise only sharpens the contrast. As Reese's reputation falls, Clark's continues to soar, breaking records and securing major endorsements. While Reese's name is now associated with controversy, Clark is emerging as the new face of women's basketball, a role model both on and off the court. The comparisons between them are inevitable, but their careers now seem worlds apart. Do you think Reese would recover from this, or has the height of expectations crushed her career already? Let's hear your thoughts. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos.